What's up guys, FUTWIZ here and I welcome you to a very different video today, just for a bit of fun really lads. What I'm going to be doing is showing you my top 11 players on FIFA 10, and if you do like the sound of that idea, I'll actually bring out a sort of short series showcasing my top 11 players on FIFA 11, FIFA 12, FIFA 13, all the way up till FIFA 14. So guys, what we're going to do as well is I'm going to show you sort of like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 rating little system as well, just to show you how they actually perform for me. So we're going to start off with the first one, and it is Julio Cesar. Now at this time he was playing in the Serie A for Inter Milan, and I felt that he was on top of his game at this stage. I actually looked back at some of the clips just to remind myself of how good he actually was, and geez, the saves he pulled off for both club and country, a fantastic goalkeeper. And on FIFA 10, high rated players actually felt like high rated players, and he was probably in 80% of my teams, and that's one of the reasons why I've actually dropped him in there. And look at that speed, insane, at 76, just crazy. So moving on to the next player, and we have Vincent Kompany. To be fair, he's actually had some pretty nice cards over recent years, but on FIFA 10, he was always in my lineup. I didn't know much about chemistry back then, but when I had him, I was linking him up with the likes of Chiellini, and also Santa Croce made a few appearances for me. I could have probably picked Chiellini over Kompany, but just like Julio Cesar, he was probably in my team more often than not, so definitely decided to drop him in there. So moving on to the next player who's linking up with the likes of Vincent Kompany in defence, and it is Joseph Yobo. Yes lads, do you remember him? Oh, grab those tissues. 87 pace, the guy was incredible, probably my most favourite centre-back of all time, especially on FIFA 10. On FIFA 13 now, you'll find him as a non-rare silver, but he's actually still pretty bulk, and I can tell you for a fact that you will never see a non-informed centre-back with 87 pace starting off. It was just incredible stats. EA went a bit crazy with them, but I'm not complaining. Fantastic player. So the last player we have to finish off the defence, and it is Kolo Touré. I felt around FIFA 10, Touré was absolutely on top of his game, and he had, well, I wouldn't say OP stats because that didn't really exist back then, but he played like an animal. I rated him highly, well, actually probably more than Kompany to be fair. Never let me down, had great heading and tackling ability, pretty fast as well, and he was just always in my team, so definitely deserves a spot in my top 11. So moving over to the CDMs, and I've got to start with my most favourite player of all time, and it is Daniele De Rossi. Back then, he felt so well-rounded. Everything about him was perfect, and his shots were incredible. Outside of the box finishes all day long for him. And I feel now he's just sluggish, and I just remember the days of FIFA 10 when he was literally, he played like a 10 out of 10 rating, and that's exactly what I've given him. Crazy player, crazy stats, and just, I love him. Now get ready for the Pussy Blaster. This will make the girls wear and men. Holy moly, remember this guy, Essien. Ridiculous card. I don't think you will ever see a non-informed CDM rated as highly as that ever again. Just let it soak in. Back in the Chelsea days, he was a god, had everything really going for him. But I think EA went a little bit wacko-jacko with the stats, but still, I'm not complaining. Fantastic player, fantastic card, and was a pleasure to play with. So moving over to the wings and starting with the left midfield, and we have, well ladies, get out your ironing boards because we've got Arjen Robben making an appearance. Crazy player, and to be fair, he tricked me. 2 years I thought this guy was right-footed because on FIFA 10 he had incredible weak foot abilities. I don't know where it came from, maybe just the game was broken. He was scoring long shots for days when I could actually score long shots back then. It just the card was around about 20k, which consisted of around about 30 games or so, which was a bargain. And the scary thing is, that's not even his team of the season version. Oh my god, Arjen Robben, you absolute god. My favourite player FIFA 10, hands down. So moving over to the other side, and it wouldn't be a team without Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh my god, I think that he actually just moved to Real Madrid back when FIFA 10 actually came out, and when I did manage to afford him, I never looked back. He was quite expensive back then, self-explanatory really. It's Ronaldo, he's going to perform. He had the pace, he had the height, he had the strength, he had the shots, he had everything. It's Cristiano. Yeah, he was pretty good, but he wasn't my favourite player. Arjen Robben was. So moving over to the centre attacking midfield position, and we have Mr. Kaká starring in our top 11. Had him in my team for practically the whole year. No need for chemistry when you've got those kind of stats, and the scary thing is, that's not even his inform or team of the season version, and I was that person who used 352 back in the days when it wasn't overpowered. I was just a noob and I didn't know what I was doing. He was always in the right place at the right time. Crazy pace, crazy dribbling, crazy shots, fantastic finesse finishes, and he deserves a spot in my top 11. So now moving on and starting with the first striker, and we have Alexandro Pato. Now I could have actually chosen a few players, the likes of Fernando Torres and even Info Mikaku, the guy from the Bundesliga. He was the German, not sure if you guys would remember him, but I had him for a long time. But Alexandro Pato is up there for me as the best striker on FIFA 10. He had everything, he suited my style of play, had the work rates, didn't know much about that, but it must have been, he was in the right place at the right time and basically did everything for me, so definitely deserves a spot in my top 11. So moving on to the last player and linking up with Alexandro Pato, both from Serie A, and it is the man himself, the Inter Milan striker, Samuel Eto'o. Sadly, he's actually moved on and doesn't play for the club anymore. 89 overall was his card stat, 92 pace, 86 shot, 85 dribbling, and 80 heading. I'm going to admit, I'm going to put my hands up and say I was a pace abuser, and this guy was an absolute dream to play with, up there with the best of my FIFA 10 players that I can actually remember playing with. But guys, put it in the comment section below. Let me know and list out a few of your FIFA 10 top players, just so we can remind ourselves of what players were back then. But guys, I've been your boy FUTWIZ720p. If you have liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. Take it easy, lads. Love ya. Peace.